Well, I have to say that I've been anticipating this call. How are you?
How do you think I am?
Mad.
Yeah, that's just about it. Why'd you make it so easy for her, Marshal?
Look, that wasn't quite the case. I wish you'd stopped long enough to see me while you were here. Or at least I think I do.
No point in straining an old friendship.
I would have had the chance to say what I'm telling you now. Nell gave me no choice. She arrived here determined to have a place on the staff, and she got it. I honestly tried to put her off.
I thought you were made of sterner stuff.
The fact is, I quail before the family dollar signs.
What's she up to?
Working an 18-hour day. I see very little of her.
Is that all?
What do you mean, is that all?
Come on, you know what I mean.
That's all she has time for.
She happy?
Oh, what kind of question is that? Are you happy? Am I happy? Who's supposed to be happy?
Do you think she really intends to stay there?
Well, the last time we talked, she said she was going to find an apartment, for what that's worth.
Sorry to take so long, Marshal, but the airline couldn't find my bag for a while.
No problem here. It's good to see you again.
Thanks.
I'm rather curious to hear some more about your plans. You didn't give me many details on the phone.
Well, there's really not a lot more to know. I'm coming east, and my first thought, of course, was Riverside Hospital. I want to find out if there's a job for me here.
I see.
Oh, and, Marshal, I'd like you to keep this entire business extremely confidential, until we see which way it's going to go.
Well, it's not going to be so easy, Seneca. After your call from the airport, I managed to locate 2 members of our search committee. They were very excited about the prospect of Seneca Bolak joining our staff. So much so, in fact, that I really can't promise they won't mention your name, in spite of my asking them not to say anything.
Marshal, are you telling me that you have a search committee made up of gossips and name droppers?
I'm saying that not everyone can live up to your standards.
How soon can I meet with a full committee?
Not quite sure, but I have arranged for you to meet 2 members, plus the chairman, at lunch today. It'll be informal and confidential.
Well, fine. I mean, that's terrific. It's very accommodating.
Well, we try to keep our end up here.
Marshal, I am not unappreciative. I realize that you have done the very best you can, and I thank you. Well, what's the decision?
I'm ashamed to say the job is yours.
Ashamed? Now, come on, Marshal. You made an intelligent decision. The only responsible one you could have made.
I've sold out an old friend.
Friendship has nothing to do with it. It was a professional decision. The fact is, I'm better able to head the department than he is.
And research, possibly. But this is an administrative post that requires a certain amount of tact and diplomacy. Qualities that I haven't noticed you exhibiting to any great extent the past couple of days.
Well, Marshal, you don't have to worry about that because I've never had any trouble handling people.
Well, I think you're going to be at a disadvantage here.
Oh, really? Why?
I'm not the only one who thought that Ed Coleridge should have had that position. Most of the hospital thought so, too.
Now, tell me something, Marshal. If he was so well qualified for the position, how come he was only made acting head at the beginning? Obviously, there were some qualifications about him to begin with.
It can't be rationalized that way. That job would have been Ed's if you hadn't pressured us into giving it to you.
Marshal, you yourself said that the best job for me was neurology. Now, I wasn't interested in the job at the time. I am now.
Because you want Nell reporting to you instead of to Ed, especially since she isn't reporting to you at home anymore.
Come in. Oh, good morning, Marshal.
Morning, Ed.
You all right?
No, I'm not feeling very well.
Oh, what's the trouble?
Well, it's about something that I have to tell you.
Well, maybe you'll feel better after you tell me.
I don't think so. I'm sure I don't have to tell you that it was a difficult decision, but the search committee has decided to appoint Seneca Bolak head of neurology.
You can't mean that.
I wish I didn't, Nell.
How could you let that happen?
It was the search committee now.
Oh, I have to share the responsibility. When Seneca asked for the job, I took his request to the committee, and we were afraid we'd lose him to another hospital if we turned him down. I'm not proud of our decision, but his name can be of help in obtaining foundation grants. And you know how badly we need them now.
Of course.
I'm sorrier than I can say.